What's going on? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Remember, before we get to the content, that we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. And when we get to 1,000 subscribers, whoever is subscribed to the channel, has notifications turned on, will be entered to win a free NFL jersey as my first giveaway. So we are looking at Dane Brugger's 7-round mock draft for the Cowboys. Just doing a little overview and seeing what we agree with, what we don't agree with. What picks maybe I would make in lieu of his or do differently depending on what players are there. First round, he has a pick 24, offensive guard / lineman. I believe he's also played some tackle as well. Zion Johnson out of Boston College. I know he's not a Zach Martin exactly, but he's pretty good. I don't mind this pick, but it depends on who's available. I'm going to tell you right now, if a George Karlaftis or, God forbid, somehow Aiden Hutchinson or Kayvon Thibodeau or Trayvon Walker are still available, or Ike Iguamu or Ahmad Sauce Gardner or Kyle Hamilton somehow, some way, or a top receiver like a Chris Olave or Garrett Wilson are still available, or Drake London somehow, or Trevor Penning, I'm probably taking one of those guys instead of Zion Johnson. But if he's the best player on the board, I don't have a problem with this pick at 24. Pretty big, pretty good size, very quick, very smart. I like him a little more than Kenyon Green out of Texas A&M. Some people like Kenyon Green more. I like Zion Johnson just a little better. Second round, edge Sam Williams, Ole Miss. I don't understand this. If a receiver like George Pickens or a Cameron Thomas, a defensive lineman out of San Diego State, somebody like that, or a defensive tackle, or Troy Anderson. If Troy Anderson's available, I'm picking him over Sam Williams. He's got some off-the-field issues. It's like they're trying to compare him to Micah Parsons. He's not even close. I'm not picking. This is a dumb pick, in my opinion. He's good, but he's not that good. I'm not taking him in the second round. Now, if he falls to the third round, and I haven't gotten a linebacker or edge yet, maybe I consider him, but not in the second round. Troy Anderson, there's better players. And Nakobe Dean, if he's there, I'm taking him and run him off the edge, along with Micah Parsons. If a great safety is there, the kid out of Michigan, or somebody, or a pretty good corner, because now we got Kelvin Joseph. We don't know what's going to happen with him, with the situation down, was it Greenville, Texas? I don't know what's going on with that, but we might end up having to pick a corner again. I don't like this pick. I would not make this pick, especially if a Cameron Thomas, a Troy Anderson. If you don't get Zion Johnson the first and Kenyon Green is available in the second round, I take Kenyon Green over Sam Williams. Bunch of different players I would pick over him. There's tackles, Abraham Lucas. If Abraham Lucas is available, I'm taking him over Sam Williams, especially if we don't get an offensive lineman in the first. Since Jerry has to open his big mouth and say, yeah, we might trade up in the first round, so who knows? We might not even have a second round pick. So I don't agree with that pick at all. Third round, tight end Jelani Woods. Don't necessarily have a problem with this pick. Very unpolished. Very big guy. Kind of reminds me of Mercedes Lewis. What is he, like 6'7", 270 or something? 6'7", 253. Some people have him at 6'7", 270, 260. He's almost like a Mercedes Lewis. But I believe he has more speed. I don't necessarily mind this pick. I wouldn't be getting him until later rounds. I don't think he's a third round worthy pick. There's better tight ends I believe will be available, like a Charlie Kohler, and some other guys as well. Jalen Wildermere out of Texas A&M, maybe. There's other guys I would pick here. Linebackers like a Jack Sanborn or somebody else on the defense. There's corners that'll be available. I'm not picking him the 3rd round, but 4th, 5th, I wouldn't mind picking him up if we don't have another tight end. Not a horrible pick, but not my pick for the 3rd round. 4th round, wide receiver, Eric Izukama, Texas Tech. Yeah, haven't heard much about him. I'll have to look into him. I know we have TJ Vasher from last year, as well as Simi Fugno out of Stanford. I'm probably botching that name, but we have a couple of receivers. We also have Noah Brown and some others. I wouldn't mind this pick. I don't know enough about him. I'm sure there'll be receivers that are better than him. If somehow a George Pickens or a kid from Baylor or Nevada are still there, I'm taking them over this guy probably. But we also got James Washington, which you don't know what you're gonna get with that. After a lackluster performance in Pittsburgh. But okay. I can get that. This one, kind of head scratcher. I'm sure there'll be better corners and other players available. Linebacker, Leo Chanel, if he's still there. Troy Anderson, those kind of guys, and Kobe Dean, they're not going to be here this late. But there'll be other players, defensive linemen, whether it's, who's the kid out of Cincinnati I'm trying to think of. Even if it's a corner like Kobe Bryant, if he falls this far, which I don't see him doing. But there's other corners, there's better players. Bubba Bolden, if he's still available. I don't get this. Maybe if Cage Works a great kicker, don't get me wrong. If he's around the 6th round or 7th or undrafted, yeah, I'd take him for sure, but not at this pick. Too many needs, too many pieces we don't have. There we go. Running back, Abram Smith, Baylor in the 5th round. Not in the 5th round. 6th, 7th, or undrafted. I'm going running back. With this pick, I'm looking at offensive line help. Heck, even with this pick, if Brandon Smith from Penn State, the linebacker, still there, I'd take him over the running back and the kicker, to be honest with you. And if Ryan Van DeMark out of Connecticut is still there, I'm taking him over the running back and the kicker. So, yeah. With this pick, if Brandon Smith's still there, with this 5th round pick, 176 overall, yeah, I would definitely, as long as there's no linebackers better than him there, I think most of them will probably be gone by then, but I don't know for sure. If a Chad Muma's still there, or Leo Chanel, or one of those guys, I'm taking them over him. But if he's the best linebacker available and we don't have a linebacker yet, or an edge rusher, he could do both. Played with Micah Parsons at Penn State. Yeah, I would be okay with this pick here if we don't have one already. The Cowboys don't have one already. This pick would be good at 178. Don't know what's going to happen with trade-ups, trade-downs, all that. It's hard to say with the Cowboys. It drives me nuts sometimes. Yes, I'm a Cowboys fan, just so you guys know. It says, destroy me in the comments. That's fine. I get it. I completely get it. Ryan Van DeMark out of Connecticut. I would be good with this pick, especially not knowing what's going to happen with Josh Ball. I feel like Sean Ryan will probably be a pick earlier on for tackle for the Cowboys, or Trevor Penning in the 1st round. Tyler Lindenbaum, I don't know what we're going to do as far as offensive line. Yeah. But you got to start getting some depth there. especially to help out Terrence Steele because he didn't play well at left tackle, but I think he is your future at right tackle. But you don't know Josh Ball's health. Off the field is concerned in the past at Florida State. Hasn't happened since when he's transferred to Marshall and so on and so forth. This would be a good pick in this round. Developmental guy. I think maybe he could develop quicker than most people think. Deron Bland out of Fresno State at pick 193. Corner. Got pretty good size. I don't know what his speed is and all of that. I'll have to look into him. If there's nobody better there, that'd be a good pick. We could use some depth, at least on special teams. That's probably where he'd contribute when you get into 6th and later, even 5th and 4th. You're looking at the special teams, backups, those kind of guys. You might find a starter or two sprinkled in there, but I'd be okay with this pick. Don't know a ton about him, but I've seen some. Didn't get to watch as much college football last year as I usually do. Very busy, but I have heard of this guy, and he's pretty good, but don't know of any off-field concerns. He runs a 4.46, so that's definitely good. 32-inch arms, that's good. 6 foot, 197. Yeah. Priority free agent, so hey, if we can get him in the 6th round, I'll take him. You know, adds depth, maybe some competition, and especially not knowing what's going to happen with Kelvin Joseph. You like what you saw from Deshaun Wright, but maybe you need a little bit more there. So, yeah, I mean, you got Trayvon Diggs, but you need some more. You need more help, especially if Kelvin Joseph does not play next year. So, that's my video for today, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think. Like, subscribe. It really helps the channel. Helps this channel grow. And I'll catch you on the next video.